G'day guys, Dark and Tiger here with another toy review, and today I'm looking forward to doing this one. This one is a very... I knew about it, but I was also not quite surprised at how bright this one would be. So, I will be reviewing the Kamen Rider Saber DX Onjuuken Suzune or Kamen Rider Slash's transformation sword slash gun weapon with the hazelnut to Gretel Wonder Ride book. So let's get into that. With that being said, there she is. I know, right? Frickin' bright. That is crazy. So there is Kamen Rider Slash. Very much like a Kamen Rider Exade, very bright, like holy hell, but very, very cool. So there is the sword. Again, it does change into a gun. Again, who knew a sword show would turn into have a gun in it? Anyway, so there it is there, really, really cool. On the side, how it looks like with the sword and the book. Other side, Slash in gun form, pretty cool. On the back, there's the Wonderbook. Open it up, has this little spiel, sword gun. Kamen Rider Slash, gun form, moves to sword mode, and just basically how you're going to do it. Open it up, press the button, does its normal thing, put it in, hit the trigger, transform, you now become Kamen Rider Slash. Pretty self-explanatory. We sort of know that with, it is kind of similar to Buster's one in a sense, sort of, though Buster being a bigger, giant sword. This one is sort of the same thing, except it's more on top. I will admit, it kind of does remind me of Geo's DK Heisei sword. The exact same. Like he puts a ride watch on top, and then kind of the same sort of thing, except you don't have the winder on it. But pull it out, push it in to do a finisher, take it out, put it in 3 times, do an ultimate finisher. Again, you can also put it in the driver, the sword driver, which we will test out today. So yeah, really, really cool. But that is the box there. Again, it does definitely feel a little, it's sort of a mixture between Kamen Rider Wizard's sword then turns into a gun, and then it's got some of the concept of the Heisei saber that Kamen Rider Geo has in his DK form. Again, really, really cool. I like the idea of it. Again, it is very bright, which is Exade, but definitely really, really cool design. I like the character. Now that I know who it is, I was like, oh, that explains a lot why he's not doing anything. I thought he was just basically, he looked after the Wonderbooks, he looks after the weapons, maintain, like, and all that. And I thought, oh yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Didn't realise he can actually do that. And it's interesting, Saber has a way of understanding his weapon, like he can hear it, which is kind of funny because back in the old Japanese days, a lot of katana makers or katana masters who made the swords said they could hear, and it helps them design the swords, which is a really, really cool idea, and I like that a lot, and I'm glad they brought that into the series. So that is the box. Now we need to look at the actual saber. So let's do that. And there it is. First up, just so you guys know, it does have a bit of weight to it, which is kind of cool. I like it. Pretty decent. Again, really, really well designed. Very, very cool. You got the nice cyan blue, and then you got the clear pink, which I think is a really cool feature. I don't know how well that's going to come up on the camera. Really, really cool feature. Again, it is very vibrant pink. Or, as the DK would tell us, it is not pink, it is magenta. It's pink. Anyway, so there it is there. Again, not much to it. Trigger is in black, so obviously pretty self-explanatory, nothing to it. There is a button on the back that if you pull and you pull down. Now I thought, oh, I'll press the button and it'll work. Doesn't do it like that. You got to press and pull. Juicer. And now, so yeah, there you go. Also, gotta give it mad respects. It's got little... I get how it's done in the show, like when he does things or when he's using the wow. I think it's the rock band one. These are meant to light up, so if you're doing like a sort of a yow, bow, 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 that would sort of adjust to like musical effect, which I think is an actual cool idea. Like that is a really, really well designed thought plan. As you can see, it does go. This sort of reminds me of a oh, what is the show called? I've forgotten it. But there's a gun where it sort of transforms. It really reminds me of that. I just can't think of it off time. If I think of it in time, I will put the name of it here or there, wherever the space is. So yeah, that is the gun mode there. Not much to it. As you can tell, it still uses the main base handle. But it's pretty... Again, you still got the place to put your Wonderbook, which is really cool. But yeah. Press it again. Oops. One moment, and then Kenban. So it lets you know whether it's a sword or a gun. Again, really, really cool. I like it. I know it's big, it's bulky, it looks ugly, but when you have a giant black and pink wolf character like me, it works. You're all gonna look at me going, wait, what? If you've seen some previous videos, there was a wolf that did a transformation video. If you haven't, that's what he looks like there. You see where I'm going with this. So yeah, so that is the sword there. So obviously now I have the sword. And I need to get a nice thing to hold it in, but anyway. So that is the sword slash gun for Kamen Rider Slashes. Again, I like it, it's really, really cool. Now, let's have a look at the Wonderbook. So, we'll need that. There it is. So the hazelnut to Gretel Wonderbook. Again, very pink, really, really cool design. Not too bad on it. If we open this sucker up. Again, being Hansel and Gretel, it is like food, candy, food things. Got all the lore. Really, really cool design. If we... which is really, really cool. So that's it there, and if we... Hansel to Gretel. So that is it there. If we open this guy up, once it loads, there we go. You get a nice little Slash arm, a little bit of a donut, his arm, looking very, very Flash. I think that's cool. Really, really interesting design for Slash. He's Hansel and Gretel, so obviously, like, if you know the story of the old Hansel and Gretel, they go to a house and they start eating it, the witch captures them, blah blah blah. So really, really interesting version that they went with for this, but who knows, sort of works, I guess. Alrighty, so again, there's not much to this. All that's left is there to transform. So, like I said, we will try this as well in the sword driver. For now, we will just stick to the basic one. So, as always, we will go through with the main weapon with this. So, all you have to do first is get your weapon out. You then put it in so forth, like so. Now, all you gotta do Pull the trigger. And now, you are Kamen Rider Slash. As you can also hear, there's a little bit different sound when you're doing the slashing. So, because you've obviously transformed up, you're a little bit different. You have a little bit of a, I want to say it's sparkle, but I don't think it's a sparkle. But you get what I say when you hear it. Listen. So it's like a broom. It's really cool. Now, that is what he uses to transform. It's obviously in source mode. If we change it, sounds like it's got like an extra vroom. So it's got a vroom vroom, which is really, really cool design. So, now, you're in the sword mode, you're fighting enemies, but you want to do a finisher. Pretty self-explanatory to do it. All you got to do is close the book, press the blue button up top, and pull it out, and then slot it in here. Now, I've noticed this with a few people. When you're doing it, don't do like me and pull it out like that, because when you try to put it, it doesn't fit. If you look at the bottom of this, I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera. See how there's a bit of a groove? Your book has the groove. So you got to make sure you put that in the right spot. Now, there is one for 1 and there's one for 3. So we'll do all 3. So first up, let's do the first one. Onjuuken Suzune. So that's really, really cool. Now, let's do a 3er. So, 1, 2, 3. I'll do one extra just because I feel like that's not going to work, but we'll do... Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull the trigger. Yeah, so as you see, it does do a different thing when you do it more than once. I think that's a really cool feature. It shows that, yeah, obviously it's a special and you're doing more. Single one, you're just doing like in the sword driver. It's just when Saber does it, it's just, I think, for example, I've forgotten what it was, Onjuuken Sen Fire, and that's it. Sort of the same thing with this one, just obviously it's a version. Now, we do a finisher. This is the one. So that one's sort of a more of a sort of thing. Doesn't do much different. If I do a 3, it might be a bit different. I don't know. So let's have a listen. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that does sound a bit different. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Really, really cool. So, it doesn't really do anything different if you use other ones. I thought it would. For example, if we use Brave Dragon, I'm going to leave the plug in it because I'm a bit afraid that it's going to make random noises. If we do that with this, 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't really, it doesn't sort of pick up that you're using a different Wonderbook. It only reads, okay, you're just putting a Wonderbook in 3 times. You're probably going dark, and I bet you though, if you put that into the front of it, you would. No, from seeing previous videos, it actually doesn't change all that much. You can also see in the actual TV series when Slash puts in a different Wonderbook, it still plays the generic song, but then again, depending on the book you put in, it'll say the book's name. So again, it is very similar to Buster's Blade. Again, whether you like it or not, that's really up to you. I think it's cool because it's Slash. Slash and Buster are kind of the same because they only just change their arms. But again, it is different for all of them. Alright, so we've now tried it in the Onjuuken saber. Now we need to put this in the sword driver. So let's do that. Sword driver, let's try this. So, there you go guys. That was my... I'm not going to put my fingers underneath the book ever again. So that is my review of the Onjuuken Suzune Saber with the Hazelnut and Gretel Wonder Ride book. Again, really cool. I like these a lot. I do like Kamen Rider Slash. I think he's really cool. He's very well, at first he was very shy. Like every time he saw someone, like he was always hiding. And then when he's in his own space, he's pretty much fine. And then he would always go up to up to like Saber or Blades or Buster, and it's like, what have you done? What have you done? But it was kind of like who he was, so it sort of made sense for that. But now that you find out that he's actually like an actual rider, it actually makes sense. Now there was criticisms where a lot of people were like, oh, but this is just a rip-off of Exade, and then some of them was like, oh, but this is that. The thing is though, honestly, it doesn't really shock me all that much. Like, I know there's people out there, also in Japan, complaining there is too many transformation weapons, belts, whatever the case may be. No offense, did anyone watch 01? They had 14 frickin' transformation belts. Why are you complaining about these? Yet in 01 you had no problem. I don't know, but that's just me. Again, really cool. I freaking love them. I am definitely going to be doing something with these with my Stryker costume. So hopefully you guys will check that out pretty soon. Worst case, I might throw these up on my TikTok. If you don't know, I do have a TikTok where I'm pretty much dressed up in one of my 2 costumes, and I have a little bit of fun. I might even throw it up there. I don't know. We will see. But if you would like to pick this up, you can from HobbyLink Japan, AmiAmi, Amazon, and eBay, but be wary of their pricing. You can also get them from my good friend Taka at Kotetsu Toys Japan, as well as my good friend Pen at Japanese Action Figures. All the information will be in the description below, so if you guys do want to check them out, go check them out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me, make sure you hit that like button to let me know that you enjoyed it. If you want to see any more future content, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell. That will let you know when I go live or I put out another video. Again, guys, I am truly sorry that I have not been able to put out as many videos as of late. Due to now being gone back to work, work has pretty much tied me up and I don't get much of a free chance. When I do get a free chance, I'm either dead asleep or I'm working on Twitch stuff. If you didn't know already, I am streaming 3 days a week on Twitch. You can check me out on the links below. They're all there as well. Again, we do all the same sort of jazz that we normally do. We have fun, play video games, and every now and again talk about Kamen Rider. So, why not come down, give me a holler. Always happy to meet new people. Shout out to all the guys at Kamen Rider Amino, Kamen Rider Facebook pages. You guys are all freaking awesome, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for the continuous support. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to keep doing this sort of stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. As I said, my name is Darken Tiger, the Tiger from Down Under. If I don't see you, guys, have a joyous and Merry Christmas. It is that time of year. And if I don't see you, have a great and awesome 2021. I will see you guys, hopefully in the next one. Ciao.